Hello, in this video we're going to take our ideas around similar shapes and apply them to finding two unknown lengths. Now we're working with similar triangles here, but remember the idea of similarity can be applied to any shape. So bear that in mind as you move into other questions. So let's dive in, shall we? So given the diagram shown, we want to find x and y. So we see here we have a triangle APM and we have a triangle ALG. And in order to use the concept around similar shapes, we have to establish that those two triangles are similar. And to do so, we have to show that all the angles are equal. Now you could go through this diagram and you could pretty quickly establish you could establish that the angles are equal and you could work through the question. But a nice strategy here to help with these types of questions is to actually take these triangles and draw them out separately. So I'm going to start by drawing out triangle APM. And triangle APM, I'm going to draw in the exact orientation that you see it in. So this is APM. So we're going to add a dot there. There's angle P. Oh, yep, there's angle P. And then angle M, I'm going to give 2 lines. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my second triangle ALG, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I draw it in the exact same orientation. So if this is point A, we see that angle P is equal to angle L, so it's going to come up here to L, and then it's going to come back down to G. And so then what we know is there's angle A, there's angle L, and then here's angle G. And again, now we can clearly see it states that angle P and angle L are equal. Angle A is the same in both cases, so angle M has to equal angle G. And now I can write my lengths in. So AP is 4, PM is 2, AM is Y, AL, now watch the orientation here, is y plus 7. AG is 4 plus x. And GL is 5. And now we've shown that these two triangles are similar. So we want to make a statement of that fact. So triangle APM is similar, that's the similar symbol, to triangle ALG. Really important to note here, I'm going to put a little star next to this. When you make your statement about similarity or congruency, your angles have to match up. So notice this APM, and then triangle A, and then L is the same as P, G is the same as M. That's an important point. So what I'm going to do here is, I don't know necessarily how to work through this problem. I'm going to write the ratio for each side, and I'm going to set them all equal to each other. So let's start in general. We know that AP over AL is equal to AM over AG, and that's equal to PM over LG. So these are my ratios. And we can set any of these equal to each other because if they're similar shapes, the ratios are equal. So we know AP is 4 over AL is y plus 7. AM is y over AG, which is 4 plus x. And PM is 2 over LG is 5. So now the question is, well, I have to pick two of these and set up an equation to solve. So now how do I do that? Well, one ratio I really like is this one because there's no unknowns here, which is kind of nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by saying 2 over 5 is equal to something. And now I can either pick this first ratio, 4 over y plus 7, or this second ratio, y over 4 plus x. Notice this second ratio here, y over 4 plus x, has two unknowns. So if I do happen to write this, y over 4 plus x, I have two equations and two unknowns. Sorry, I have one equation and two unknowns here, so I can't solve for x and y. So in fact, what I want to start with is I want to start with this 4 over y plus 7. So now there's lots of ways to work through this algebraically. I'm going to take the reciprocal of both sides because I want the y plus 7 in the numerator. I know that 7 times 5 is going to give me, sorry, I made a mistake there, that shouldn't be 7, that should be 4. I know that 5 times 4 is 20 over 2 is equal to y plus 7. Therefore 10 is equal to y plus 7. Therefore y is equal to 3. So now, if I go back to my original ratio setup here, I see the other case I had was 2 over 5 is equal to y over 4 plus x. So again, if I had picked this pair first, I would have run into the problem that I can't solve this. But since I now know what y is 3, I can substitute in. So 2 over 5 is equal to 3 over 4 plus x. And again, if I want to solve for the x, I'd like that in the numerator, so I'll take the reciprocal of both sides. So 15 is equal to 2 times 4 plus x. So 15 is equal to 8 plus 2x. So x is equal to, well, let's just do all of our 2x is equal to 7. Let's come over just a little bit. So if we come up here, x is equal to 3.5. Let's come over a little bit more. Oh, pardon me. Let's come back up here. There we go. X is equal to 3.5 units. And we're done. So I'd say the big takeaways from this video are when we're working with similar shapes, well, the first thing we want to do is we want to actually set up the ratios of the sides, and once that's done, we can then pull out a number of equations in which we can use to solve for any unknowns. An important point to consider when we're setting this up is to make sure that you're pairing the correct sides, and sometimes when you have a more complicated diagram that can be tricky. So taking the triangles and drawing them out separately and reorienting them to suit your needs is a helpful step to avoid careless mistakes. I hope this video helped.